Bitcoin and crypto are becoming a front and center topic on the global stage, with some countries embracing it and others skeptical or downright rejecting it. Meanwhile, Bitcoin has broken out of this sideways $84,000 price level, surging all the way to $94,000 at the time of this video. And heck, it could already be at 100K by the time this video posts, or could have dropped below that $90,000 resistance level to consolidate and retest again. Either way, Bitcoin is in the global spotlight, and in the midst of all the wild uncertainties plaguing the market, seems to have finally started being viewed as a safe haven asset, a monetary layer that is completely separate and independent from the old, corrupt, manipulated, failing, debt-based, traditional fiat currency systems worldwide. No country is really trusting other countries during this period of deglobalization, and some are starting to wise up to the fact that Bitcoin is the only true decentralized, sovereign, equity-based asset they can rely on right now. So where do certain countries stand when it comes to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as of late? Why are markets rebounding this week? Is the bull market about to explode? What do we need to know as crypto investors to take advantage of these crazy times? Hello, I'm Crypto Casey, and welcome to another episode of Crypto This Week. Let's explore the latest global news stories affecting the markets, as well as the macro environment at large. Please be sure to check out our sponsors, GoBabyTrade, Uphold, and crypto wallets, Tangent and Ledger. If you're not using artificial intelligence, especially in crypto, you're behind and leaving a lot of money on the table. Make passive income and profit from the volatility of the crypto markets with GoBabyTrade, an AI-driven robotic crypto trader. Watch a video review here and join us every Wednesday on the free weekly webinar to learn more. Store your money and manage crypto with Uphold, a Web3 platform that actually holds our money in crypto, doesn't lend it out, is the safest way to buy, sell, and trade digital assets, and is connected to 30 underlying exchanges so we get the best prices for crypto on the market. And make sure you own and use multiple cold storage hardware wallets. Tangent is super affordable, extremely easy to set up, only takes like 90 seconds, great for beginners. And Ledger, Stax, and Flex wallets have extra security layers at the best discount on the market for our community. So scroll down and use the links below to redeem all the special offers they have for us. Sweet. So when it comes to the United States, we have started embracing Bitcoin and crypto, especially Donald Trump and his family's companies. Here's the latest. Trump Media's fintech arm will launch a string of Made in America ETFs with Crypto.com. So as we've discussed on the channel before, I'm not sure who's advising Trump on all of his crypto-related ventures, but so far, they're not doing a great job when considering the Trump and Melania meme coin rugs, the sketchy World Liberty crypto project, the NFT stuff. I mean, yes, it's helping put crypto on the global map, just not the best light. At the end of the day, this is a great lesson for all of us to never act on hype, always think twice, thrice before speculating on anything in this industry. Do your own research, and if you haven't yet, make an investment plan and stick to it, which we cover how to do this step by step in this video guide you can check out by clicking on the link above. Alright, while on Trump, let's talk about why the markets have experienced this rebound. Trump was warned of empty shelves and financial turmoil from tariffs and firing Powell. His U-turn has stocks roaring higher. Trump's notable shift in tone toward Powell in China came a day after he met privately in the Oval Office with chief executives of 4 major U.S. retail companies, who conveyed concerns about rising economic fallout from Trump's tariff policy and the uncertainty it has created for financial markets. Okay, so markets have been pretty much reacting purely from Trump's comments and actions. The problem is that his comments and actions are back and forth, haphazard, changing literally day to day. I mean, by the time I even write a script, film a video, and get it edited, the whole narrative has changed in some cases. And this could maybe be strategic, like A/B testing policies, or it could be reactions to adverse effects from trying to implement his original strategy, or it could be from lack of knowledge and experience in economics and geopolitical affairs. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Alright, so when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto across the pond, the sentiments between countries are quite different. This week, Trump's crypto embrace sparks EU fears of financial fallout. As Donald Trump ramps up his support for the US crypto industry, cracks are forming across the Atlantic. And basically, here's what's happening. Europe and their scam private central bank, the ECB or European Central Bank, and their greedy corrupt leader, Christine Lagarde, are worried that MiCA regulations, which stands for Markets in Crypto Assets Regulations, and their hopes and dreams of a digital euro dominating the stablecoin markets, which would be a central bank digital currency, which is the most heinous forms of control and enslavement. None of this is panning out, because now that Trump is deregulating crypto in the US, a flood of crypto capital into the US could lead to instability in the European banking system, where basically European assets are siphoned off into the US. And here's the thing, Europe had the first mover advantage to become crypto friendly, and instead they decided to try and kill it. Now they are at a huge disadvantage. and one of their neighbors sees the writing on the wall. This week, the Swiss central bank is buying MicroStrategy shares, which basically means Switzerland is buying Bitcoin. Because as many of us know, Michael Saylor, the CEO of the company MicroStrategy, which recently changed its name to Strategy, has been issuing stock, which is debt, in order to raise money to constantly buy Bitcoin. And anyone or entity, or in this case country like Switzerland, who buys shares of the company, they do it in order to basically have exposure to Bitcoin. And when we think about it, the Swiss have always been extremely financially savvy, unlike EU countries. So definitely a bullish signal for Bitcoin and the crypto industry at large. And another nail in the coffin financially for Europe. And what's funny is other companies are now adopting MicroStrategy's, now named Strategy. Check it out. Wall Street giant Cantor Fitzgerald raising $3 billion to create a massive stockpile of Bitcoin. They want to compete with MicroStrategy. Massive. Cantor Fitzgerald-backed $3 billion MicroStrategy competitor will be named 21 and launch with 42,000 Bitcoin. Jack Mallers will join as CEO. $322 billion SoftBank funds Cantor to create a multi-billion-dollar Bitcoin acquisition vehicle. So basically, this company's mission is to acquire as much Bitcoin as possible, and others are following suit. BlackRock just bought $192 million worth of Bitcoin. Bullish. ARK just bought $267 million worth of Bitcoin, and now publicly traded companies are holding over 700,000 Bitcoin, over 3% of all Bitcoin in existence. So more and more people are realizing, instead of spending time working hard, managing employees, and dealing with all the problems and stress running businesses requires, simply buying, holding, and leveraging Bitcoin could be a better use of capital. Which begs the question that controversial social media influencer, love him or hate him, Andrew Tate, posed on X in December last year. Check it out.
I just like to observe the downside, because we talk about countries making Bitcoin a national reserve, we talk about it overtaking gold and all these fantastic things. And I agree with all of it. My question, and this is a genuine question, I'm not giving you the answer, I'm actually asking, what happens to the economy once everybody realizes there is only one investment worth making on the planet?
And basically throughout the video, he makes the case for people being more incentivized to simply buy and hold Bitcoin than work, produce, build, create, or develop anything in the economy, like useful products, services, infrastructure, food, houses, etc. And the author of the Bitcoin Standard, Saifedean Ammous, had a great answer basically saying that since central banks are the most heinous crimes against humanity, that there's an enormous market reward for anyone or anything that can offer an alternative, which is Bitcoin. Because the more Bitcoin is adopted, the liquidity pool increases, offering a form of value that is better than central bank slavery. So people who adopt Bitcoin make Bitcoin better and are therefore rewarded for it. These huge rewards are just a transitory phase and won't last forever, because Bitcoin can't keep replacing central banks forever, because eventually it could replace them all, at which point the returns won't be as large. And another X user called Stack Hodlers also had a nice response, which is basically Bitcoin returns will slow down once it's closer to being properly priced, at which point it makes sense to start allocating capital to other cash flow or growth opportunities. People won't stop consuming just because they have Bitcoin. Rather, when people have a surplus of wealth, they eventually value time, experiences, and material comfort more than incremental wealth. Or they may want to fund entrepreneurs for excitement, challenge, and impact. So I think we all have a massive incentive to want to accumulate Bitcoin, which requires us to work for more capital, aka produce value in the world. And it incentivizes us to save and more carefully allocate our capital. Amazing. So if you'd like to watch the entire Andrew Tate Bitcoin response video, you can check it out by clicking on the link above. Alright, so although we've been suffering through this stagnant, sideways, stablecoin-esque Bitcoin price action, our patience is likely about to pay off big time going forward. We are early, and my random wild guess is that Bitcoin does eventually reach that $200K, $500K, $1 million valuation point and beyond over the next decade. Let me know what you think in the comments below. In the meantime, make sure you are positioned to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity the best and most secure way, by exiting the old, corrupt, rigged, traditional financial world by buying Bitcoin with the best exchanges and storing it safely and securely with hardware wallets. Uphold is a Web3 platform that provides us with a way better, safer option for buying and managing crypto than exchanges, as well as a way safer, better option for storing US dollars than banks. Because all of our assets are 100% there, not lent out against our will like banks and exchanges do. It's completely free to sign up, only takes like a minute. We get the best possible price for Bitcoin and crypto because it's connected to over 30 underlying exchanges, which also gives us more liquidity when trading. And as we accumulate Bitcoin to hold over the long term, the only surefire way to completely own, control, and secure it is with multiple hardware wallets. Tangent is super affordable, extremely easy to set up, only takes like 90 seconds, great for beginners. Ledger, Stax, and Flex wallets have extra security layers, and our community gets the best discounts on the market using the links below. And diversify your crypto investment strategy by harnessing the power of AI with an AI-enhanced robotic crypto trader called GoBabyTrade. I've been using it for over a year now. It has made me a lot more money than buying altcoins low to hopefully sell to someone else for a profit. And for me, it has performed like a set it and forget it trading product, generating passive income pretty much every day. And a few months ago, I discovered we can also use it to implement the best DCA or dollar cost averaging strategy for getting into Bitcoin positions or other cryptocurrencies we are interested in building larger long-term positions in. We cover that in another video. Tons of y'all have become raving fans of GoBabyTrade since we first explored it together back in August 2024. So definitely take 1 hour out of your life to join us on the free weekly webinar every Wednesday to learn more. Awesome. If you would like to learn more about how GoBabyTrade works to diversify your crypto investment strategies, check out this video. If you would like to learn more about Uphold and how it's a way better and safer option than banks and exchanges to store our US dollars and manage crypto, check out this video. And to get a free Uphold account to start using Next Gen Finance, click on the link on the screen. Like and subscribe for more. Be safe out there.